So, this is the third game, Seesaw, and it's still pretty simple. We're dealing with full beats again here. You have to hit A right when you hit the seesaw. You'll be propelled up in the air on either two different heights, depending on where the guy on the left hits the seesaw. And this is similar to Screwbot Factory in that you have two different prompts, and each one is one beat apart, if you know what I mean. Like, the high jumps, you count to 3, as always. 1, 2, 3. And the slow jumps, the low jumps I should say, you count to 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Good song, too. I should mention, like, the songs in Rhythm Heaven, for the most part, are very, very good. Sunku is the guy that makes him. Sunku is a little, like, Mars symbol, like, male symbol. He apparently is a pretty well-known Japanese, J-pop artist. I'm actually not sure who he is. I realize I'm not talking really much about the game here, but all the concepts from Screwbot Factory match over to this one pretty well. You just have to have good awareness about, how high you're jumping at any given moment. 1, 2, 3. So yeah. This one does get pretty fast, though. The tempo is, I'm not sure about the exact number, but it's definitely faster than the other songs you've seen so far. And then they fucking die. Yeah, that one's not too special. But before we get into the next game, let's pause and talk about some things. So, I talked last time about time signatures, and I want to go into a little bit more detail this time. We talked about 4/4 or common time and what that means. That is, the top number is how many beats are in a measure, and the bottom number is what note is given the value of a beat. So you might ask, what other time signatures are there? Well, technically infinite. You can put any old number you want on there. You can have 18/24. I mean, everyone would hate you, or you're in some sort of like prog metal band and you want to stand out, but you could do that. It'd look like a mess on paper. And that's the thing about time signatures, is that it allows you to organize music on paper in a way that's easier to read. We'll get to that maybe another time. But let's start with the second most common time signature. 3/4. Now, the difference between 3/4 and 4/4 is, you could probably figure this out. Instead of counting to 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you only count to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a different feel to the song, and can be used a number of different ways. Traditionally, 3/4 is a waltz time signature. It's used for old-timey waltzes, like to dance to. I pulled one for you. You can hear it here. Just count 1, 2, 3, and you'll hear how different it is from 4/4. And if you want a slightly more contemporary example, here's a song you might know. Again, listen to the bass, the part keeping the beat down. Now, there is one more time signature I want to talk about, and it's an important concept. 6/8 time. 6 beats a measure, and an 8th note is a beat this time, not a quarter note. Now, you might be thinking, hey, wait a minute, if you reduce 6/8 as a fraction, you just get 3/4. What's the difference? Well, the difference is, and this is very important, it's what notes get emphasis. Think back to how we were counting 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The 1 got emphasis over the 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now in 6/8 time, it's different. The emphasis falls on both the 1 and the 4, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. There's also another slightly more clever reason for this, but that'll come later. That is when we get into more advanced notation stuff. And keep in mind, this is all kind of theoretical. You know, you can have a fast 3/4 song that sounds like a 6/8 song, or a slow 6/8 song that sounds like a 3/4 song. But in its base form, 3/4 and 6/8 are different, and they're used for different things. Probably next time we'll talk about more time signature stuff. There's a lot to dig into here. I could talk about time signatures for hours. Maybe we'll dig into like the weirder ones. You know, your 5/4s and your 7/8s and stuff like that. The ones with the odd numbers, those are fun. But until then, let's get back to the game. So, double date the 4th game, and another one we're going to be looking at the practice on, because there are 3 prompts in this game. Usually if there's only 2, I'll just skip the practice and explain them during the game, but 3 I'd rather show. So, the whole point of this game is that you're kicking balls away from landing on this little gopher dude. And the soccer balls are the easiest. A beat after the soccer ball hits the ground, you kick it. 1, 2. We can also count from 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, a beat after the soccer ball hits the ground, you kick it. 1, 2. That's the easiest one. Now, the basketball is a little weird because it bounces twice, but the beats are the same. 1, 2. It might seem like you're kicking it on the backbeat, and maybe that's the intention, but you can hit the button on the beat, and it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe it's just more to trip you up visually. And now the football, here's the actual thing. So the secret is 3 beats after it appears. We'll count it this time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you hit on 3. You're used to hitting on 3 by now. 1, 2, 3. So one thing they don't show you in the practice, and it's kind of devious, is that this is the first game that you have to pay attention to the backbeat on. Now, we haven't talked about the backbeat too much, but it basically means, you know, the space between the quarter notes, where you'd put an 8th note. We'll see those at the end. We get some soccer balls that come in on the backbeat, and they can be tricky if it's your first time playing. For now, just keep counting. As long as you keep count, this game's not too bad. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. While we're in a slow bit here, I should mention that Rhythm Heaven Megamix just recently came out in 3DS, and if you really want to play a Rhythm Heaven game and you haven't before, Megamix is definitely the first game I would recommend to you. Let's see, is this where the backbeat ones are? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're hitting it on the and that's tricky. all in all, not too bad. Now we get into the remixes, and those are the fun part of Rhythm Heaven. If you haven't seen a Rhythm Heaven remix before, check it out. So, this is the first remix, and this monkey will tell you what's going up, where we mix up everything you've done so far. It's easier if you just relax into the rhythm, so have fun. And I'm not going to talk much during the remixes, I'll just let the music speak for itself. I will say though, the double date sequences in this remix are fucking fast as hell. They feel twice as fast as they should be. This is where the Wario-awareness of Rhythm Heaven really kicks into high gear, and I love it. This is my favorite parts of Rhythm Heaven, by far. And that's the first set of games. Next time we'll be working on to Remix 2.